Now, this post goes viral on Twitter, and as you can see, it's got 1.4 million views. And it's a developer saying that this flag is not a texture. Can you guess why? And the response is that it's a smart way to make sure that folks can't mess with it or mod it out. So, in other words, this developer is thinking of ways to make it very difficult for modders to remove his religion from the game. And the first response is other developers from AAA basically going like, "Oh, good man. That is excellent thinking. You are such an excellent human being. When you're going to go to heaven, you're going to pass the HR lady right through the pearly gates. What you have done here is unthinkable. This is a huge step for the gaming industry moving forward. This is monumental, good man. Monumental, colossal, spectacular. I'm just oozing with jealousy that I didn't think about this first. I mean, my God, this is going to push American culture all the way into Asia, all the way into China. Good gracious, man. Do you even understand what you did? Your name is going to be in the Wikipedia. For years, students are going to study your invention. I mean, colossal, spectacular, right? So this is like the AAA developers, the journalists, circle jerking each other, looking at this and being amazed. And then you have people that are looking with disgust and they're like, why are you acting like this? Why do you behave like this? What's wrong with you? And then, of course, you have the trolls. And the trolls are coming up and they're like, why are you so upset over a flag? Why are you so upset? Why are you so butthurt? It's just a flag. It's just a flag. Way to miss the point. I don't even care what you have. Like it may be a flag, it may be something else. I don't care. The problem is that game developers now are focusing on this rather than focusing on gameplay or anything else. Case in point, the new Dragon Age of Consent coming up. All they talk about is the character creation, the scars, the chest scars, the body type A, the body type B. That is literally the only thing they talk about. They don't talk about loot anymore. They don't talk about the story anymore. They don't even talk about the characters' personalities. All they focus on is this stuff. All they focus on is this. Now, what's interesting is that in the case of this developer, he knows that it's unpopular. And he's not the only one that said it. As I mentioned in a previous stream, in the case of The Last of Us TV show, like this needs to be repeated so many times until everyone knows about it. The director of The Last of Us TV show, when making an episode focusing on a gay couple, he said that he knows the audience isn't going to resonate with it. He knows that it doesn't fit in his show because his show is about the zombie apocalypse and that episode was about a romance between old people. But he feels like a mother stuffing the carrot inside the brownie. He's like, well, what do these children like to eat? They like to eat unhealthy. Like, they like games with masculinity. They like games with sex appeal. That is unhealthy. We're going to push some Amazon culture into them. Push the Amazon flag. Push the Jeff Bezos flag. That's what the gamers have to eat so we can make them good, decent people. And they're literally like evangelicals. They are like evangelicals when they would come up to you and they would talk to you about salvation and they would automatically assume that they are on top of you because they have access to the truth and you are blind to the truth. So they are better human beings and they talk to you about salvation. Except for the woke, they believe that minorities are oppressed and they are the only ones that can unoppress minorities by lecturing you about their ideology. So they know that their ideology is unpopular and they try to put it into games. And this is their main product. This is their main focus. And they know that people hate it. So what they're doing is like, all right, well, if people mod the game, how can we prevent them from doing it? Now, obviously, it's not possible to prevent modders from modding the game, especially not with this. Like, they can still do it. But it's the idea, the concept, the fact that this is what they're focusing on that bothers me. You know, like, the whole gay rights thing was like what someone does in the privacy of their own bedroom is none of my business. But now, if I want in the privacy of my own bedroom to mod a game, that is illegal. That is haram. That is verboten. That shouldn't happen. I'm a disgusting person. I'm a vile person. Like, this is how they're thinking, right? It's like, what are you doing in your bedroom? Well, I'm taking it up the ass. Oh, that's fine. No, don't let me stop you. What are you doing in your bedroom? Oh, I'm modding a game. Oh, that is vile. That is repugnant. This is what we're at. This is where we're at. And it's just, I mean, like, seriously, how can they think like this? And it's not the first time that I see it. There was another game. I think it may have been Fallout 4 or Outer Worlds. I forgot which one exactly. But it was a single-player game. Came out a couple of years ago. And it banned certain names from the list of things that you could pick. So, for instance, if you wanted to name your character as Bitch, the game would not allow you. If you wanted to name your character as N-word, the game would not allow you. And it was a single-player game. And it had like a list of 200 words that were banned. Some ridiculous, some slurs. But it doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, it's a game that a person installs on their computer. It's a game that they themselves play. No one has access to it. No one gets to see what names you pick. But they are obsessed with controlling you. And they want you to pay them so they can control you. That's what's mindfuck. It's like, these games aren't even free, right? They want you to give them your money so that they can enforce their morality and their ideology on you. And the problem is, like, even if I were to agree with your ideology, even if I was to think, yeah, your ideology is great, I still don't like it because I'm paying you cash for entertainment. I'm not paying you cash to educate me. I mean, okay, imagine if China was to do this in Wukong, right? Like, imagine if China was to paint the Chinese flag in various places in the Wukong game. And they would go out of their way to try and prevent modders from removing it. Like, first of all, it wouldn't be thematic, right? Because Wukong is about folklore, it's about myth. Even if the game comes from China, it's a game that's set in a fantasy universe. Like, seeing the Chinese flag would break immersion, right? So imagine if, like, some people were like, oh, we're going to remove it, and they're trying to remove the Chinese flag. So now they're like, okay, how can we prevent people from removing it from a single player game? It would be like ridiculous. It would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Just leave people alone. You already got your money for the game. And it's not only that, Nexus mods themselves are now political. So, like, Nexus mods is fine if you're adding the flag in. So, like, if you have a game like Harry Potter, and it's not just about this flag. It's like a lot of cultural issues that they take umbrage with. But if you're adding the stuff in, that's great. If you're removing the stuff, they ban your mod. And it's like, why do you need to do this? Why do you need to do this? Oh, because it's not popular. Because it's not grassroots. Because it's not actually supported by the majority of people. You hate democracy. You like control. You like authoritarianism. I don't even know how many people would even bother to remove these flags. And my favorite take is like, oh, well, this is how we own the Chads. And it's like, no, this is how you just don't get money from the Chads. Like, I don't care what game you're making. Even if you remove the flag at this point, the very fact that this is your mindset, that you need to force customers to partake into whatever, even if it's something that I agree or not, like your mindset is what bothers me. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.